Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today on Maymay Made It, we travel to my friend Tracy's house and we see how she has decorated for Christmas. She does an incredible job, and her house is actually featured in her neighborhood's parade of homes. And so I was so excited that she let us come and take a look and get some tips and tricks on how to decorate for Christmas from her. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Have a Merry Christmas, guys. Talk to you soon. So we're at my cousin Tracy's house, and there she is.
Hi, come on in.
It's Tracy. We're going to see her Christmas home. It's so beautiful, guys. Here's the entryway, and the first thing you see, Trace, that is stunning.
Thank you.
Look at the glowiness of those lights. And her foyer. And this is Jean. Say hello, Jean.
Hi, how y'all doing? Welcome
Awesome.
to our home. Merry Christmas.
Awesome. Thank you, Jean. Okay, this area is her foyer. And here's what's so cool. I've filmed everything kind of up close, so I'm going to show you guys that as we go. But I'm going to let Tracy tell us about all the vignettes. The first thing I noticed is your love for Jim Shore just from this table.
Absolutely.
Tell me about your Jim Shore goodies.
I've actually been collecting them for a few years now. My husband gave me my first one, gosh, how long ago? It's been a while, about 10 years or so. And with that first one, I fell in love. So now it's kind of like every Christmas I get new ones.
And you're gonna see them all over the house because they're beautiful and they're everywhere. This looks like your Santa collection.
Yes, I like to kind
Part
of
of the Santa.
I like to kind of have the Santas in one place, and I change it up a little bit every year. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
And this lantern, does this stay here all the time?
it does.
It's stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is big this year, decorating the lanterns like this. And tell me what this is like. Describe for us how you made that little fall there.
Actually, it's just I just bought like poinsettia bushes, and I would take the heads off of them and just put greenery here and there and around, get some different things, and just kind of place it, and then just step back and look at it, and then see if it's symmetrical, if it looks even, if it looks good, and then tuck and put things here and there. So.
So did you start with a garland or you just started with...
Actually, I started with the greenery underneath. You have to have a base. So I start with the greenery, and then I've learned that you have to do things in 3s, 5s, things like that.
I'm a 3-5 girl myself.
Right. So I kind of make, and you want to kind of have an angle. So I would stick, like, I pick the berries, the different color. You want textures and colors, and that's kind of what I did.
Now what I like about what you did, I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but I think this is important. We have sparkle and not sparkle mixed together.
Right.
And that's good. I think that gives the texture.
Texture. That's it. That's correct.
Now these are real candles, but I want you guys to, well, this one is not actually. These two are real, but I want you guys to notice throughout her house she has the flameless candles everywhere, and they're beautiful.
Love them.
Let's look at the top of this piece. Now this piece is gorgeous. Is it a mirror or does it go with the bottom part?
It's separate. We actually
mirror,
bought,
separate
yeah.
mirror,
Yeah, it's kind of like, it looks like a gate.
So at the top, that looks like, you tell us what it is. It looks like a garland?
It's a garland. It's 2 garlands. The one that goes across this way, and because it's an archway, I wanted to do it at the top too, so I got another one to put up there. And then I do the garland first, then I string the lights, then I did the beading, the beaded garland, and then I just tucked in the extra stuff. And then of course the bow came last.
You get the award of the year for stringing lights. That's not pre-lit, fellas.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I prefer it that way.
Tracy has a very distinct bow style. I want to show y'all that. I think I can always kind of look at a bow and know Tracy did that one.
Well, thanks.
You have and that's good. You want that in decorating. I think you do anyway. So I love the sign. I'm big on signs. I like them. All right. Stunning. We're going to move around the room. I'm going to turn the camera off to do that so I don't make you guys dizzy, but we're going to go to the Christmas tree. This is Tracy's tree. Now, how tall is this tree?
This is a 9-foot tree.
That's not I thought it was taller than that.
9 foot.
Because I have a 9-foot at home, and this one, I guess it's your ceilings.
It is. And the angel herself is, I think, actually 2 feet.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That angel is really tall.
So it adds a little extra height to it. So.
Now, this tapestry is here all the time.
It is all the time.
Okay, so your tree makes me think Dickens.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I had in mind. This is a different look this year. I decided to go with the reds and the red and green, the traditional, and I wanted it to be a little old-fashioned. So I got the popcorn garland and the gold beaded garland and the cranberry garland.
I got to tell y'all, I've been here for a while. I've filmed this tree 3 times, and I just saw the popcorn a few minutes ago, and I was like,
That is so cool. And then Tracy said, that's what I'm going for. Layers of decorations.
Yes, yes. You want there to be so much that you can't take it in at one time. And that everywhere you look, there's something new. There's some little something that you didn't see 5 minutes ago.
When people go, this looks like a decorator did it. Well, the idea is having layers of things where you don't see it all at one time.
Right.
Talk about that a little more. Like, let's look at your mantle as you tell us about layers.
Well, I've found that I don't want to overdo. You never want it to be gaudy looking, but I found that if you do, like you start out with the greenery. That's the main thing. Then you do the lights. You have to put the lights in there, and you want to make sure that you've got plenty of lights. Then you want to add little accents, and red is my color this year. So I did the red beading and the candy canes. It's an extra, and the poinsettias. They're red, and it's extra things, and I just did them in the texture, yeah. And I did it just in the corners, so it's not so much.
But I like that because that's where you get the symmetry. I don't know if you talked about symmetry since we've been filming, but we did talk about it a while ago.
Right.
But that weight on either end is what's giving you that symmetry.
Right. You don't want anything unbalanced because it's noticeable. Even people that aren't decorators would notice if things are unbalanced. It just doesn't look right.
We have to talk about this. This to me is like the thing that gives a signature to your decorating. Like this is something I told her I could never do this because I don't do ladders. How tall is the ladder you get over there on?
Oh, I don't know. How tall is that ladder?
Well, it's 14-foot ceilings, and that's at least 10 foot.
Yeah. I know it's scary, and I went up and down it probably 50 times as I was putting
Lord.
that stuff up there. But there again, I put the garland first, and then the lights. All that's strung separately. So I put the lights in, and then I put the ribbon in, then I put the poinsettias and the little tucks of stuff. And I changed the different things up there, 50 times. I changed the lanterns out and put different lanterns and re-put those back in. And this Santa's new this year. My husband saw that in the store, and he said, we got to get him. And he said that's exactly where he needs to go, and he was right. And so,
and the books next to it is for balance. And those are Christmas books.
Right. And I got those at Michael's, and you can either stack them together or do them like books.
Stand them up.
Yeah, stand them up.
Or
like
you can
books.
stack them laying down.
Right.
Okay, now the Santa seems to be glowing. I think that's a big point. Tell us what you did there.
Well, the first time I put him up there, the first year I didn't have an extra light on him, and it just seemed dark. So this year I bought an extra little spotlight, and we can show you what the spotlights are. It's just a small 10-watt.
There's one right here, right?
Yes, right here.
And that one is actually
we have to find it because it's hidden.
Right, that's another thing. You kind of have to hide things. And those are just 10 watts. So it's enough light that it's not overpowering, and it makes it a nice soft glow. But it accents it, and it brings out the picture and all the detail in the picture.
I love the light on the ceiling, how it shoots up to the ceiling too.
It just bounces. Because that's glass, so the light reflects and bounces up there, so it makes a nice warm glow.
Beautiful.
And I put the ornaments in the clear jar because it needed balance on that side and color. So that's why I put that on that side. And my lanterns are actually on a remote. So, and that's another thing. When it's nighttime, you can actually appreciate the glow better. But
now this little spotlight, the one we just showed you, is actually facing her angel on top of a tree, which it's daylight, there's light coming through the window, but at night it shines to this direction to her angel.
So that gives her a little more definition too. Because at night, when I turn that off, it actually would be very dark.
Oh my gosh, she's holding one of those candles.
Right. I strung the lights so that I could get one up there so she could actually,
Which I didn't show. I've got to show y'all these. I did film them. All right, these little lights are adorable. Tell us about those.
Those are like my flameless candles. They're Luminera, and they come on a string, and I think there's 6 to a strand. And I've got 3 sets on this tree, and it just gives it it looks like a real candle. It looks like the old-fashioned Dickens with the real candles actually on the tree.
And it clips.
Actually, it's counterbalanced.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's counterbalanced. See, it has a little hook, so you hang it over your branch, and this is kind of weighted, so it kind of holds it so that it would flicker. Because if it's at a different angle, it won't flicker.
Well, how about that? I can't believe there's only 6 on a string, and I also can't believe there's only 3 strands in this tree.
It's amazing, but it really balanced out really well. I really didn't need any more than that.
Yeah,
'Cause you don't
I'm
want to overdo it.
surprised.
Right.
So this is her tree. Okay, toppers. They're always the bane of my existence. It looks as though we have 2 to 3 different ribbons.
We've got 2 different ribbons, and what I did was actually, this is a secret. It's not actually one whole piece. What I did was I took the ribbon and cut sections, and then tucked it in like it's bowing out of the tree. That gave me more use of my ribbon. I didn't have to use as much ribbon.
The funny thing is, so many times people think, how did they get that ribbon to lay in that tree so perfectly? That's the trick. Cut it into pieces. Right. Of course, you still have to be able to make ribbon look like this, Tracy. But you do this. You cut it into pieces, and like that's probably one piece I'm looking at. To continue around to the back.
See, I'll show you. I can actually take it
Look
out.
at that. Look. She's going to look at that, guys.
And all I did was I just clipped it, and then I pulled it together like that, and tucked it in, so it looks like it's actually one ribbon, and then you just fluff it out.
Amazing.
And I like to kind of put lights behind it because it actually shows through the ribbon and it gives more color to the ribbon.
I also like that you're using a 6-inch ribbon.
Oh yeah, at least, yeah.
So, and this is a big tree, so it can certainly support 6-inch ribbon.
Right, and I didn't want to overpower it, so I used that in some areas, and then I wanted something extra, so I got the little smaller ribbon and just tied it on each branch and just did a little bow instead of doing the fluffy bow.
Okay, so this piece in the middle, which is really large, that's probably 14 inches at least.
At least.
You wouldn't look at that and think that's an ornament, but what did you do?
Actually, it's 2 pieces. I bought those separately. I got this at one of our craft stores here in town, and this we were on vacation and saw this at a store in Gatlinburg. So when I got home, we just put them together.
That is super cool, and that's just hanging on the top of the sleigh.
Well, actually, it was.
It was, until we messed with it. This is a vignette that Tracy does in some lanterns that she has. And these lanterns you probably have out all year, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And normally I have candles in them or candles with the flowers or whatever. But at Christmas time I like to make these little scenes. And it's just using different things. Like I got the tree at Michael's, and I actually got that at Michael's too. It's a little reindeer eating the carrot off the snowman's nose. And then the little trees I just added in there, and they were like for the sets. I think those were at Michael's too, for like your Christmas village. Mm-hmm. So, and then just put a little snow at the bottom.
I love this because I love miniature things, and this is a great way to be able to buy them and have a reason to do it.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yep. And you can create your own, whatever scene, whatever feeling you want to have, you can do it in miniature.
You could do ice skating. You could do decorating a tree. This is so cute.
And I do. I change them out too.
So this is Tracy's dining room, and this is her buffet, and it is so beautiful. And we're just going to walk through it and let her tell you what she does here. In the middle, tell us what this centerpiece is.
This is some more Jim Shore, and it's just the Santa collection. They're each individual pieces. It doesn't come as a set.
So you collected it over time.
Mm-hmm.
So you collected each of these separately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My husband actually gave me each one as a gift. So
that's a good way to do it, because every year they want to know what we want.
That's right.
Now, tell me, Jim Shore, can you buy that after clearance, like on sale and stuff? I've never tried.
Yeah. I get some things off eBay as well. That's
good tip. Mm-hmm. Tell us about these lights.
These are fairy lights. They're real popular this year, and you'll see them pretty much everywhere in my house. These are on timers. You can either do them timer, steady on, or they can fade in and out, or just blink. So I like the steady on.
That's what's in this little tree as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Yeah. Tell us about this piece with the Santa on top.
That's another Jim Shore piece.
This whole area is pretty much Jim Shore.
It is. And this right here, this is actually comes apart. It's 2 pieces. When you put it up, you have to unscrew that and put it in the box. But
not when you buy it, though. You buy it in one piece.
Yeah, it comes in one piece together.
That's awesome.
These were hand painted by Tracy.
These were actually little ceramic things from Michael's that were plaster, and I painted them.
No way.
Yeah.
Guys, look at that. She's so talented. Look at that.
And put lights in the interior of them as well.
Yeah.
You need to make me a Christmas village.
I will.
Let's talk about the nativity.
This is new this year.
Oh my gosh, look at it through this camera because the light is making the star light. That is awesome.
Gosh.
That is really neat. That is so cool. All right, I'm going to angle it to you. There we go. There's the star at the top. That was cool. That's Jim Shore.
Jim Shore.
New this year, you told me.
New this year. That's another piece my husband got me this year, brand new.
These are my favorite. I think these are my favorite of your Jim Shore is the Rudolph collection, which
Absolutely.
we'll see part of them here.
It just brings me back to being a kid, and it was my favorite as a child.
And you can like recognize all of these little characters.
All the characters.
Let's look at the other side. I'm going to go real slow not to make everybody dizzy. So check this out. There's the Abominable. He's one of my faves. And there's Rudolph and Santa. And I forget his name. Yukon, that's it. I was trying to say it, but that wasn't coming to me. And a big Rudolph. Now, one of my favorite things in this whole room, I'm going to shut this little cabinet here, is this. Something I love that Tracy did here is this is an easel in the corner of the room. And a lot of people may not think, oh, I should just put a picture on an easel in the corner of the room. But once you see it done, it's like that's just a simple, easy idea.
Right.
But wow, the payoff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Talk about the light, more light.
This is another one of the little 10-watt spotlights. And really, you can appreciate it at night. He's got glitter on the holly, and it really pops at night.
See, that's the difference between me and a decorator. Like, I'm a crafter, you're a decorator. I would never think to highlight the glitter on his. I just wouldn't think to put a light there. This is what I would think. I would think, man, I wish that would light up. But you did it. So that's cool. All right, let's go to the table because beautiful table. Look at this. Now, I've seen this Santa. We talked about it as soon as we walked in. That's the one at Hobby Lobby.
Absolutely.
What's so funny is Mom and I both went, I've seen it and never knew what to do with it. Well, here's what you do with it. Tell us about your centerpiece.
It's all this is separate. It's actually sitting on a cake stand because he wasn't quite tall enough, and I needed the height. So I put him on a cake stand, and these are actually wreaths that you would hang on the door. I just opened them up and put them down there, and I just put the berries in, extra pine cones, and the ribbon.
You're killing me.
Little fairy lights.
You're killing me. It's wonderful. It looks so much harder.
It's really not.
It looks like you spent so much time placing everything, which you probably did, but the fact that it's 2 wreaths, that takes a lot of the work out of it.
It does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful reindeer and lanterns. Yeah, this is up all year, right? You changed this for the season.
I do.
It may be hard to see because of the lights, but it's a garland that goes around. There you go. Turn that off and I'll see if I can get up there to it. I don't know. I don't think that did it. But that's a garland on her chandelier, and it's fruit.
This is fruit, just because it's dining room.
The dining room.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So, and that's just a garland, and then it's the evergreen garland. Then this is a garland that had the little pine cones in it, and then I just tucked in the little fruity things around. So it's just once again, it's layering.
Love it.
Stacking things up and layering.
Let's talk about this tree because it's gorgeous. Also, how many trees are in your house this year?
6.
So this is one of the 6. Look, it's a lot of Santas. Is this pretty much all Santa?
This is kind of my Santa tree.
This is really cute.
And they're from everywhere. They're from, the big Santa heads are actually from Michael's. Every year Michael's has their ornament collections. And I mostly go for an old world kind of theme throughout the house because that's kind of what this house is, kind of lends itself to that.
Look at this horse. That's Jim Shore.
No, that's actually Hallmark.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
You have an eye for finding those. It's your style.
But it's one of those things, though, Amy, that all year long I find things. You know, I'll be out somewhere and I'll go, and then I'll tuck it away and keep it, you know, and wait for Christmas to be able to put it out.
Now, I want to point this out because I would never do this, but it works. And this is the kind of stuff I like people to see. This is a very whimsical Santa.
Right.
And you're thinking, oh, I can't have this Santa because he doesn't match my decor. Yes, he does. He's right next to this Jim Shore piece.
Right.
And it works. That's the kind of stuff I like to point out to people because you don't have to buy one specific style. You can mix them easily. Like, she's not going to have 10 of these on the tree.
No, or if I do, they're going to be dispersed throughout the thing. Because once again, it's your eye is drawn to all the different pieces, you know, instead of just one thing together. And you're right, the different thing. And because this is a Santa tree, you know, I don't want all the same kind of Santa. You know.
Yeah. He's not the same everywhere. He's different. So that, I think that's really cool. And I'm on one side of the tree, I know, but I want to show you, like, here's a little whimsical snow globe. So you can play, and that's got Tracy's name on it. You can play around and mix stuff together. Because like you said, the eye can't see the whole tree at once, and it can't evaluate the entire tree at one time.
Right.
It's going to see pieces and parts.
And
I love it.
that's what you want people to do. You want whoever comes into your home, they can't take it all in at one time. Every time they come, they see something different.
That's just like going shopping at Hobby Lobby.
Exactly.
That's how I am.
Exactly.
All right, let's go see some more pretties. Now, this is Tracy's canopy bed, and I have to tell you, the first time I ever saw this was before our house fire, actually.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought to myself, why did I not have a canopy bed? Well, after the house fire, I replaced my bed with a canopy bed for this purpose. And have I ever done it? No, but Tracy does it, so let's look at it. So tell us all about this.
It's like in the other room. It's just all layered. It starts out as just the plain garland, string the lights, do the ribbon, and then just tuck, tuck, tuck.
And the fairy.
Yeah, and I've got different fairies. You probably can't see them. You can see them when you're standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. You want things that kind of sneak up on you. That you look over there and you go, oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Look, that's a fairy up there.
The other thing, she drapes it, which I think is really pretty. It's not just wrapped around.
Right.
Because it's tall enough you can drape it.
Sure. Yeah.
It looks like you draped it lower on the end than the sides.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
'Cause you can.
Actually, and these are separate garlands. It's not all one piece. This is 3 separate garlands.
Oh, but it's only 3.
Right.
Which is still pretty good.
It is, yeah.
Because I would think it'd be more. Sorry about shaky camera work. I'm trying, guys. Okay, let's see. The other side is just as pretty. Just as pretty. Now, the fabric is there all the time.
Mm-hmm. Fabric's there all the time.
It's beautiful.
So I just kind of worked with the colors in the room. This is actually a duvet cover that I cover my bedspread with. That has the actual Christmas colors in it.
That's smart.
Yeah.
And I love this. She has one pillow that's Christmas. It's not overdone. You can go crazy with pillows and they look good. They still look good.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one little simple believe is perfect.
There's so much to look at in here. I didn't want to overwhelm the bed.
See, that's a thing. Everybody needs to think about that. When you have a lot of vignettes or a lot of places, you don't have to do a lot everywhere.
Right.
Just pieces and parts.
Right.
Now, this is her stand mirror. Wouldn't you love to get dressed looking in this every day? Gosh, I love this mirror. I think this is my second favorite beside the bed.
Good.
Mm-hmm. And look at that little table at the bottom. I love it. So pretty. Again, I can see the layers. I'm learning how you do this. And she's got little signs, which I love to do signs and garland.
I love signs.
I love it.
I love signs.
I'm big on signs.
And I love that. And this was the old world Santa. And I just love that. It's just, I don't know. I just love the colors and the feeling it gives me. So you'll see that dispersed throughout the house.
I like that you do old world because I don't. And I love to come here and see it done differently. And I like that you mix fairies in. Now this is another one of the trees, and this one has an angel at the top. Mm-hmm. I love the sprays at the back.
Well, thank you.
Did you purchase those already like curled like that?
Mm-mm.
You did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So what was that? Was that
It was just a spray, straight spray.
And you just turned them down and curled them?
Yeah.
Genius. It's those touches that do it. That's what gets you. Now is this all angels?
No, it's kind of eclectic. It's a mix. Like this is a Mickey Mouse ornament that we got when we went to Disney World.
I would have never seen a Mickey Mouse ornament in this tree until you pointed it out.
And
Try
then
to
this is
incorporate the memories of.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool. Fantasy and lights. Mm-hmm. That is neat.
and this was
was
when we went to
2000.
Las Vegas.
Now, did you make this? You bought this?
I bought it.
That's cute as it can be. Cute, cute. Partridge in a pear tree.
That's right.
Cute.
One of my favorites.
All right, I'm going to show the room from this side because I think it is so, so pretty. Oh, that bed. At night, do you turn the lights on when you come in here with a, what do you do, cup of sleepy time tea? I'm just imagining. That's what I would do. Not really. You know what I would do? I'd be so tired from decorating, I'd be in my PJs with the lights out.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
All right, let's look at some more, guys. Okay, so in Tracy's hallway, she has this mirror. Is this mirror here all the time?
Mm-hmm. The mirror's here all the time.
And then tell us about this garland.
This garland I've had for over 20 years. I had it at my very first house. I bought it for the kids actually, and the candy garland is 20 years old as well.
It's the vintage plastic candy, which I love so much. I'm into candy Christmas, so this is always one of my favorites in your house. I love it. Love it. Now at the bottom of this mirror is this table, and this is something I love. This can be all year.
Mm-hmm. It could.
And it's probably not, though, with it being red. But look, all she did was add, is that a wreath ring? Mm-hmm. And some of you added the light. Those fairy lights.
Those are the fairy lights. Mm-hmm.
I'm learning so much, Trace. I think I could copy this. No, I couldn't.
Sure you could.
Look at the kitty cat. Tracy loves her kitty cat. So here's one. And there's a Santa holding a kitty. Oh, see what you did there with the kitties, Trace.
Kind of have to have a little thing.
Okay, we have to scoot this way, and I have to show you guys this. If you're looking for something to give a really cute touch to your house with it's real simple, but it seems more than simple. This is a purchase frame.
Get Kirkland's.
From Kirkland's, and look at the middle. This is those scrapbook things that you see in the store that you always want to buy, but you don't know what to do with. Exactly. Well, Tracy did. And this is a stamp. She stamped it on paper and then did the tear. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. The other thing, I see you added little snowflakes, right?
Yep, I added those to the background.
Are they stickers? So the pictures are Christmas from
years.
Just that's my oldest son, and he's 32 now.
Look at him. Oh my gosh, he's gonna love that I'm doing this. I'll make sure he sees that.
Believe it or not, I take I just swap the pictures out and the other pictures, and these are pictures of family pictures.
And we save the picture inside. The frame.
Right.
So you just flip the picture.
That's right. After Christmas, we'll flip them back out, and we'll have the other.
That's brilliant. Yeah. So that's how she stores those. That's brilliant.
And then we don't lose them, and it preserves them.
And they're right there.
That's awesome. Okay, off to more Christmas goodies. Another little touch in Tracy's house is this little glass frame, and the writing on the inside is her handwriting. She did this. So tell us about this little frame, Trace.
Well, it was a frame I purchased when I was doing a bridal shower. As part of the shower, I had a different saying in there for that, and I had their pictures on it. So I kept it and decided to use it this Christmas. I saw a thing on Pinterest where it had this little saying, and I thought, well, that's perfect for that. So that's just marker. That's because this is plexiglass, and that's marker. After Christmas, I can just wipe it off and
change it to something else.
That's right.
Brilliant. I love it so much.
Tracy, tell me about this tree. This tree is in your office guest room, right?
Right. This used to be Mason's room, my youngest son's room, and this was actually his tree. Well, both the boys. It has ornaments on there from when they were both small children. It has Mickeys and toys and candy, and that's the purple and gold ribbon. It's just more childlike.
I love it.
Yeah.
I just like looking at it, and I keep seeing, even in the camera, I'm like, oh, that's different. I didn't see that. That's cool.
And that ribbon I've actually had, probably at least 15 years.
But you untie your bows every year.
I untie my bows and roll them up.
I should tell you that. Tracy unties her bows every year, rolls them back up on the spools, and then puts them away. That's why her ribbon can last 15 years. Mine would be like, nope, you're kidding, right? I've done all my job. Let's look at this bed. How pretty. Just a couple touches, but it still ties the house together. And I love that this is kind of vintage Christmas with the kid Christmas.
Right.
Perfect. Tell me about your bed here.
It's just a classic iron bed. And I didn't really want to do a whole lot in here because it is my office. But I wanted some extra touches, so I just did the little, and this is something that just was spur of the moment. I looked at the bed and thought it needs something, and I had that little greenery right there. So I put the greenery up there and then went, it needs something else. And so I put a bow in there, and that was simple enough.
That is super cute. I love Santa hats anywhere. Stick them anywhere.
Right. Well, I had them and I didn't know what to do with them. I went, well, I'll just hang them off the bed because it matches the theme and it looks good. So.
And my favorite thing in the room, we're all going to talk about this little thing. It's this dude.
It's the leg lamp.
I love the leg lamp.
That I got for my husband. He loves it. He wanted it, so I got it for him. And we had actually displayed, before I had my office in here, it was sitting in that window. So people could
this would have to be in a window at my house. I would have to do it. I can't stand it. I love A Christmas Story. Love it. I actually like seeing it close. It actually feels like seeing a piece of the movie. Okay, so now we're in your actual guest room.
This is the guest room.
And this tree is so pretty, guys. Look at this. Lots of blues, lots of whites, lots of silver.
This room, because the bedspread actually has blue, teal color, I wanted to do a tree that would kind of go with that. So I found that ribbon, and then I thought the snowy white would look pretty together. So
it's beautiful. I love, love, love this tree. And I think it's because I don't decorate in blues, but I love to see it that way.
Like, I love to catch the stuff I don't do in my own house because then I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Well, and the beauty of it is, you could do one room in a different color.
And it works.
Yeah.
We see that in your house. Here's something else I think is really cool. First off, that is a chrysanthemum.
Yeah, it's just a flower.
I love it.
What I did was I took a little clear spray paint and sprayed it on there and glittered it.
There's another one tucked in the tree. And do you see this garland? Yeah, I'll show that. And I think these are gorgeous. See this garland? This garland you would not think would be on this tree. You wouldn't. Because you know what you would think. You would think, oh, that's too inexpensive to be on this expensive tree. Yeah. But it's not. It works. And I love this ornament. I just love this. All the light up ornaments are just stunning. There's a horse peeking out. Is there a prince on that horse? That's so pretty. So that's the tree in this room. And I'm going to pan around. This is the bed that she was talking about with the blues. And she has her heart pillow. I have to show this. It's not Christmas, but look how pretty. You guys know I love those things. You see those in my house. And then let's go to the dresser. I think this is really pretty. Is the harp's not there all the time or whatever that is? It's a horn.
The horn? No, it's up there.
All the time? You leave that?
Yeah,
That's really cool.
This is kind of a horse theme.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I get it
It's an
now.
equestrian theme.
Hunter kind of thing.
And look at this, how pretty. Again with the layers.
Yep.
The same flowers are pulled over here.
And that's important. When you take one element from one side to another, it ties the room together.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to use kind of the same, like if you use one flower, you kind of want to use the same flower on another side of the room.
And it's surprising to see the peacock feathers. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's cool. It gives you you're like, well, I would have never thought of that. Super cool. Let's look down here. This is so cute. We have the Jim Shore. I always want to say Thomas Kincaid because I love Thomas Kincaid too. Look at this. So pretty. So pretty. And then look at this nativity tree. Gorgeous. So pretty. I love it. We still got more, guys.
This is actually another Jim Shore piece. It comes in threes, but it comes as a set. But it's got the nativity scene on it. Each piece has part of, like this is baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph and the wise men and the shepherd and the sheep. So together it makes the whole scene.
That's really pretty. That's a really nice collectible to have.
Yeah, it is. One trick I want to show you throughout the house, whenever you've got tons of lights, you don't want to spend an hour turning things off. So I learned I just put everything on a remote control and you just hit a button.
Perfect.
Off and on.
You don't even have to walk around and step on cords. That's what I do at my house.
Yep.
No, it makes it convenient for our guests as well when they stay.
Oh.
Because they can turn them on
They
and
can
off
turn
as
it
they
off
want.
at night, then they don't have to hunt.
And they don't have to
find
get out of
it.
bed. They can lay in bed and enjoy it
It's
until they
present.
go to sleep and turn it off.
Great idea. This is her guest or hallway bathroom.
Right.
And I love the reindeer. Mom loves reindeers too. This is really pretty. And I'm going to turn around. I know it's quick. I'm sorry. And we have another Jim Shore piece. He's so pretty. I like, though the book is not part of him.
Mm-mm.
That's so cool. Is that one of those books from the mantle?
It is.
That's awesome. It says Noel. And then we got a big, tall, like, look at this. That is adorable.
The stack Santas.
Oh, and there's a cat on the top. Perfect.
Of course.
Perfect. This picture is one of my favorites. I know this is from Kirkland's because I love it.
It is.
I love it. So you've had that one for a while.
I have. That was one of the first ones that I got.
Tell me about the plate stands because this is cool. The plate holders on the wall there.
Those are actually there all year. I normally in the center I've got a big one that has 2 or 3 separate plates. So what I do during the season is I take out those plates and then just put Christmas plates in there.
I like that you have 2 in there, like they're layered again.
Yeah, I like the
even layer in your plate rack.
Well, it's because you get so much stuff and you want to be able to show it off, so you have to figure out a way to do it.
I think it's great. Look at this tree. It's so cute. This one I love. Tell about this tree.
It's just my kitchen tree. And these ornaments I've collected from different places. One thing like this is a little mixer. And that's a Hallmark ornament. These are these were on sale at Kohl's, but they look like cookies. So that kind of fit the theme. And this is, normally I don't go with the colored lights, but I liked it because it's just
It
happy.
works.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's so many colors involved in there. So
And the Santa and the salt and pepper shakers. Now this is a little collection of salt and pepper shakers.
this is another thing. Of course, I collect Jim Shore, but my husband started giving me salt and pepper shakers, and so this is a new one this year. So the Santa
cute.
Claus.
There's
And
3
also,
numbers.
this is new too. This is the trailer the
RV.
bus
The RV, yeah.
from it's Cousin Eddie's.
Oh, they made it together. How cute is that? Now this is not all in the kitchen. Let's look at underneath this little table is more cuties. Look at all those cuties down there. Gingerbread, a tea set. That's adorable. See, I like that. I like little vignettes when you look at them. It just kind of takes you to a place.
Right.
Like gingerbread and tea.
Exactly.
That's what you were doing, isn't it?
That's exactly
I'm getting it. I'm learning it, Trace.
You're doing it.
All right, check out this centerpiece. I love it. I love the cupcake.
These are actual ornaments.
Cute.
Those are Christmas ornaments that I put in there.
I like the stands. Where'd you get the little jars?
I got those at Hobby Lobby.
Those are cute.
Yeah.
Is this another wreath?
That's another wreath.
I'm catching on, Trace. I'm catching on.
See, very good.
Now, what are these two things here? These, do you have these here all year long? These two?
Well, no, they do come and visit.
Just periodically?
Yes, periodically.
She's pretty Christmassy with this.
You want me to show you why I come visit?
Yes, you can show us. Here we go. Mama's going to show us why she comes. Here it is. Oh, the cake. Would it be because it's your birthday?
Well, she made it for my birthday, but it's my favorite cake. It's an amaretto cake.
Is it a pound cake?
It is.
Amaretto pound cake. And it's really good. We can attest to that.
And look, look what she puts it on.
Adorable. I'm moving too much. Look at that. That's her little stand for it. That's adorable. So tell us about your chandelier here.
Yeah, all it is the same thing. It's the green wreath. And then I wanted, since this was the kitchen, kind of wanted to do it foodie theme. So I found these little plastic, this is actually, looks like cheese, a croissant, and this is peppers. It's mainly I got it for the color and what it was.
I love it.
And I just put it up there. So it's just another thing that you can, maybe don't notice right away. And then it's like, oh my gosh, there, look at that.
And she has her little aprons hanging on each side of the window. Elf. And is that a Mrs. Elf? Mrs. Claus?
It just says Merry Christmas.
Just says Merry Christmas. That's cute.
Hey, we're going to end the tour now, but we want to thank you, Tracy.
You're so welcome.
She's a sweet, sweet niece,
I love you.
and I taught her everything. Everything she knows, I taught her. No, again, she got it from my mother, my sister's mother, her mother. She got it from her grandmother.
True.
So, but her house is beautiful, and we love you, and she's a great cook, she's a great mom, she's a great wife, she's a great decorator, she's a great nurse. I don't know if y'all know she was a nurse.
She's a great big pain
And
right now
she's
to
a
me.
great daughter. She's a great daughter.
Thank you.
How do you know she's a great daughter? What if she's a bad daughter?
She's a good daughter because my sister told me she's a good
Well,
daughter.
her husband's
Except for that
even
one
better.
time, but we
That's
we
true.
don't talk about it.
Just ask him.
Did you hear him? Her husband's even better. He's in the background. If you don't believe it, I'll turn to Gene.
I don't know. I think
Hi.
Is Gene even
Hi, I'm the
better?
humble one.
Oh, he's the humble one. Oh, the camera's on me.
Oh, the camera's
I
on
think
me.
Corbin's
And
the best.
Corbin. That's why we wanted to say that Corbin is a big part of your decorating style.
Oh, absolutely.
Corby.
Let's say Merry Christmas, ready?
Merry Christmas.